Now picture this, a big blue ocean full of shimmering, big silver fish, all heading in the same direction. Now, as one single fish going in the opposite direction, fighting against the current. That is how many autistics feel when they go into college. They feel confused, lost, and a little bit hopeless in the sea. And the fact is, as stated by NPR, a radio station, there are more autistics now in the college than ever before. There are three things that autistics have problem with in college. They are a lack of independence, time, and the schoolwork in general. Well, let's go into the first topic, shall we? Many autistics lack independence. They are not used to doing things on their own. As stated by Miss Lisa Jo Rudy, the former author of About.com, you need to start these skills as soon as possible to help the sooner the better. Best time is in the teens. They also, they have problems with, they have to have structure. If they don't have structure, they get very, very agitated. Just one thing out of place, like an unexpected test or a pop quiz, will throw their day off completely for the rest of the day. Now, let's go move on to the next topic, time. Many autistics lack time management skills. They are not used to having a set time to do things. They are just not used to having set, and if you add it into a group factor, it gets even worse because of having everybody. It throws it off. And the time management issue, this can cause a lot of problems. This can lead to anxiety disorders and depression, which in turn can affect the health of the autistic and their overall grade for college. Now, that's great and dandy, but what does that have to actually do with college? Well, autistics have trouble with schoolwork. They get so narrow-minded that they just get focused on something else and will completely forget to do everything else. And as stated by the National Institute of Neurological Disorders and Stroke, many autistics are narrow-minded towards a certain object or subject. If it's not in the subject, they don't want anything to do with it. And also, test is a major killer for autistics. As stated before, they have problem with time. So they have a lot of trouble getting the test done in that time. Also, they are not the best handwriters or spellers or even both. So this can cause more agitation to the autistic because they just can't get the test done. Now that is what the autistic person today has to deal with entering college. They are for three things that autistics have trouble with is independence, time, and schoolwork. Well, remember that little fish going the other way? That is me. I am Amber, and I am autistic. This is my struggle and my story. Now, the floor is open for questions.
And just how hard was it for you to do your presentation today?
I was very, very, very nervous. Yeah, I hate being in front of a large group.
Very good.
Are there any more questions dealing with the speech itself?
How do you deal with time management?
Well, I've had to learn to set up a structure for each day. Like, you go to this time, to this class, you go here. And I also meet with a counselor and a time management person to help me put that into correction, but I have had a lot of issues with that.
Do you find that going to Texas A&M, a big university, would it have been easier, or do you know, to have gone to a smaller university?
Well, it can go either way. On one side, it may have been easier to go to a smaller university because some smaller universities have programs that are situated towards the autistic students. They have like a mentorship program and stuff. On the other side, I happen to like A&M and all its traditions, and I like how it's all spread out. It's not crunched down and crowded. So it just really depends on the person. Every autistic is different. Yes?
Are you able to participate in any of the sports?
Well, I was on the cross country team at A&M, but I think the autistic did in fact get in the way with it, and I ended up quitting halfway through my sophomore year.
How many autistic folks are there at A&M?
I honestly don't know. I would have to ask the director, my counselor for the disability service, Miss Christy Orr.
There's 11.
Or about that. So I'm sorry, I don't know.
What degree are you working on?
I was a zoology major, but now I've had trouble with biochem, so I've switched over to a wildlife and fishery major. Is that all?
How many times do you have to give this speech?
I just have to give this speech once, but I have to give 5 speeches throughout the course. This is my 4th.
Are you getting better at it?
I hope so.
What do you want to pursue in the wildlife and fisheries?
I was hoping to go into like a zoo setting to where I could care for the animals there, but moving into the wildlife and fisheries has opened up my field. I could like be a ranger in a park or go out in the field, and I think going out in the field and doing stuff would be a really interesting experience.